Hey everybody, this is Harry coming to you again from Swanee County, and it's been a long time. Uh, well, the last time I did a video, it's been a while, maybe a month ago or so. So I did it was on the Wings 12-inch singles that I own. Yeah, the Paul McCartney 12-inch singles that I own. Anyways, no movie talk today, and no Paul McCartney talk or no Beatle talk, but I thought I'd discuss a box set that I own. I've had it since 2018, and it's one of my favorite soul singers. Actually, the favorite soul singer that I have, um, the Big O, Otis Redding. And here's the box set. Like I said, it came out in 2017. I bought it in 2018 for around $100, and it's the definitive studio album collection, and it has all his studio albums um, from there's 7 studio albums in here. So it was going for $100 on Amazon. I guess it's out of print now. On at least on Amazon, it's going for $150. But I know it's on Discogs. You can buy it on Discogs there, and probably eBay. So it's a great set to have. All the albums are in mono, mixed in mono. The only downside to this is that it is not. Well, it actually doesn't matter really, but it's not on 180 gram weight vinyl. But that doesn't matter. These do sound wonderful, and all, and it reproduces the album covers. This is the first one, "Pain in My Heart," his first studio album, and it has, of course, the title song, "Pain in My Heart." Also has "These Arms of Mine," his first big hit. "Something Is Worrying Me." He does a lot of covers on here, like "Stand By Me," "You Send Me," "I Need Your Lovin'," "Louie Louie," "Security," another hit he had. There's the back cover of that. And I'll show you here on the Echo label. Reproduces the original labels that they were released on. And the other thing is they're not in poly sleeves; they're in this paper. And I'm gonna have to try. I have poly sleeves, and I have to transfer them over, just to protect the record more. But yeah, this is "Pain in My Heart," his first one. Now, when it was released on CD, there was a different cover for the CD, but this one here is the original release. He looks like a preacher, actually, which would be fitting because his father was a preacher. So that's "Pain in My Heart." Don't have my glasses, but I believe this was around 1963, 64 that was recorded. Then the next one is the great Otis Redding sings soul ballads, and this was his follow up album. And it has "That's How Strong My Love Is," "Chained and Bound," "For Your Precious Love," "Come to Me," which I have the single, and "Mr. Pitiful." He sang on a lot of his live albums. And this is on the Volt Records label. And now you got to realize these were all recorded in Memphis at Stax Records. So that's where he did most of his recording, and all of his recordings basically at Stax in Memphis. That one. Now this next one here is Vault 412, and this is his most popular album. I'm not sure if it was his biggest selling album. I didn't look that up, but it's one of his most popular ones. I actually have a two disc CD version of this, a definitive collection of this. Is Otis Blue, Otis Redding Sings Soul, and this has Respect on it, which he originally wrote that Aretha Franklin wound up recording for herself and became a big hit. I've Been Loving You Too Long to Stop Now. Another big one, a big single he did, which he did perform at Monterey Pop Festival in 1967. The cover of Sam Cooke's song Shake. He also does the cover of My Girl by The Temptations. Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. But this was a big album for him. and it's hard to see without having your glasses. My glasses kind of took a walk. 1965. So, yeah, 1965. Yeah. Same thing. Vault Records. The yellow label. Vault. Great album. I was surprised back in the early 2000s or 2010, they came out with that definitive 2-disc collection, and that was hard to find after a while. I wound up finding it on Discogs or eBay and wound up purchasing it. Then Vault album number 413. Actually, should have came out before 413. Otis Redding, the Soul album. There you go. Then it has Just One More Day on it, Cigarettes and Coffee. Good to Me. Any Old Way. Great album. There's Otis on the back there. Another Vault record. I won't take it out this time, but there. And I love these. These are all in mono. Most of the CDs were in mono. I like the presentation of, the original artwork and all on that. This is one of my favorite ones here. This came out the year I was born, actually, 1966, and it's the Otis Redding Dictionary of Soul, Complete and Unbelievable. And it's a very colorful cover. And this has several of his hit songs on there. Fa 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 Fa, sad song. Sweet Lorraine, Try a Little Tenderness, which he performed at the Monterey Pop Festival. Does the Beatles' Day Tripper, Tennessee Waltz. She Put a Hurt on Me. It's that there. That's on Vault Records as well. Yellow label. Yellow label. Yeah, I mean, these are fantastic soul albums. If you're not familiar with Otis Redding and you want to get into them, these albums are available individually on Amazon. The box set is kind of hard to get by, but I looked on Amazon and some of these albums are going for $25 a piece. So I'm glad to have this one in mono. It's King and Queen, Otis Redding and Carla Thomas duets album. That was the thing back then, like Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell and Kim Weston, that they had their duets albums, and This is theirs. And this, I think, came out in 1967, I believe. No glasses is good to see. But they did Knock on Wood, Tramp, which is the biggest hit on this album here, Tramp. What you say? What you call me? New Year's Resolution. They actually do It Takes Two, which was the Marvin Gaye, Kim Weston song. Bring It On Home to Me. Lovey Dovey. Great album. I'm glad to have this on mono. I have a CD of it, and this is actually on the Stax label. Carla Thomas was signed to Stax Records. But, there we go. And Carla Thomas's father, Rufus Thomas, and he had a hit with a song called, a couple of hits, but the one that he's most remembered for is Walk the Dog, and also The Funky Chicken, which I remember when I was a kid. They used to play that in school, The Funky Chicken. King and Queen. And I prefer the mono version over the stereo because it's just more powerful, just right in your face. The stereo is fine, but it just doesn't have that extra punch to it. Then the last album, the seventh album in this here is Vault number 419, Dock of the Bay. The Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding. This is his last album. It was released posthumously after his death. Otis died in a plane crash in December of 1967. And he had just finished recording Dock of the Bay, and he was traveling. He was on tour, and he was flying into Madison, Wisconsin, and his plane crashed into a lake. And everybody died except for one member of the Barkays lived on that flight. Yeah, the creepy thing is, nice picture of Otis with his guitar. The creepy thing was, years ago, my father-in-law from my first marriage took us to the Hard Rock Cafe in Orlando in the early 90s. It just opened up, and they had a room we ate in called the Dead Room. And our table was the Grateful Dead. They had the pictures of the Grateful Dead there, but mostly that room had. That's better. It's on the Vault label. But anyways, they had any rock and roller singer or whatever performer who had died. They had some mementos in there. Like I remember Keith Moon's chalices were in there. And then they had Otis Redding's wallet framed. It was his wallet, passport, and I believe a jacket. The jacket he was wearing when the plane crashed. Of course, this has the number one song. The song that he's most popular for, Dock of the Bay, was the number one song for him in 1967-68. It also has Glory of Love on there. Also reprises Tramp. And basically, it was an album of collective outtake songs or songs that have already been released. Tramp was released, on King and Queen, but on the Stax label. So they added it here because it was a hit. So the other disappointment here with this set is the definitive studio albums, but he had posthumous albums afterwards. As a matter of fact, the Otis Redding. What made me think about doing this one today was the Otis Redding Foundation. I follow them on Facebook, and they had these in stock, back in stock in their store. The Otis Redding Foundation is in Macon, Georgia, which I've been to twice doing pilgrimage. Anyways, I did a pilgrimage. I can't say it. Okay, but you know what I mean. To Otis Redding. I went to the Douglas Theater, went to the Georgia Music Hall of Fame when it was there. The Douglas Theater was the theater that Otis had first performed in And I actually was able to stand on the stage, same stage that Otis had sang. Also, Little Richard and James Brown had also stood on that stage at one point. So a lot of music history making. But anyways, the Otis Redding Foundation, they take youngsters and help them teach music and such like that. It's a great organization. But anyways, they have a store making, and then they had announced that they had this back in stock, but I didn't see what the price was on it there. But the Otis had, and I mentioned on there that I wish they would do a volume 2, which would have his posthumous albums on there, and so they hadn't answered me back. But anyways, there was the immortal Otis Redding. It was a compilation album of songs that were not released or that were just sitting in the vaults. Then Love Man, if you remember Love Man, that song was used in Dirty Dancing. But there was an album called Love Man, and then there was an album called Tell the Truth that were full of outtakes. And then I also suggested that they would put this, because this was released in his lifetime, live in Europe. Otis Redding live in Europe, vault number 416. And this one here was a record store day release. And I found it online on Discogs because I don't have a record store near me. The nearest one is 60 miles away, and it's hard to find soul albums. And if you do find them, they're really, really expensive. But yeah, Otis Live in Europe, and it's only got 10 songs. It's a fairly short album, but it's a popular album. And like I said, this came out right at 67, I believe. And what makes this one special, it's on red vinyl. There. So I like that. It sounds great too. I played it a couple of times, and it sounds great. I also have it on compact disc as well, but I was glad to have that in LP form. I do not have the posthumous albums. I have to order them and find them and order them. I do have them on CD. Like I had the Immortal Otis Redding on CD. I also have Love Man on CD. I do not have Tell the Truth. I did it one time, but I don't know what happened to it. I moved and it's gone missing. And then, of course, there's an LP that was released of Jimi Hendrix on one side at Monterey, Jimmy and Otis at Monterey, and one side had Jimi Hendrix set, and the other side had Otis Redding set on there. And that's one I'm wanting to get as well. And I have a couple of 45s. I didn't pull them out, but I have the 50th anniversary of the Dock of the Bay was released. It's on gold vinyl, and then I have Come to Me, and then the original signal for Sitting on the Dock of the Bay as well. So yeah, that's my Otis Redding definitive collection. If you're a fan of soul music or you're a fan of Otis Redding, I think this is something that you need to look to have in your collection. It's great soul music. A lot of great players on it. Mostly backed up by Booker T and the MG. They were the house band. So you had Al Jackson, Steve Cropper, Donald Dunn. Yeah. The bass player. Call him Donald Duck Dunn. I think his last name is Dunn. Yeah, I should know these things. I just forget because I'm getting old and forgetful. But yeah, that's my Otis Redding collection. And yeah, tell me what you think. Um, if you like Otis Redding, what's your favorite songs from Otis Redding? It's something that you need to, somebody you need to get to know and listen to. He's very popular. Um, Most people just know him for one song, but if you listen to his whole catalog, it's great. It's very energetic. He had a great voice. He could sing. He could sing meat off the bone, pretty much. He was very powerful. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully, it won't be so long the next time. I might do another one of these of a box set I had that I would like to recommend. And I think it might be the Buffalo Springfield. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Comment below, like, share. Tell me how I suck. Whatever makes you happy. Stay safe. Bye.